Hey traders, this is Ron Haidt at Market Tamer. Hope you guys are doing great. As always, nothing in this presentation shall constitute a recommendation to buy or sell any security. Trading stocks and options involves risk and specific financial issues should always be addressed by your financial advisor. The markets as a whole were down about 1/3% today, just a little bit more. The Qs were down about 0.37%. They're still hanging right around that 5-day EMA and they're well above the 20-day EMA. So bulls still have the edge. If I bring in the spiders here, SPY, they were down 0.36%. Again, still above their major moving averages here. So everything in the market remains bullish as a whole for equities. Now, CHKP. I want to talk seasonality because I get some questions on this still, which I think everybody needs to be aware of seasonality. If you go back to September on Checkpoint Software, the stock had just ended a really nice run and then it started trending lower. But then in January, it starts just to go literally straight up. It just keeps tacking on gains day after day after day. But we knew, if you remember, to prepare for this one. This is one of the stocks I brought in when I was doing those demo webinars last month. And I said, well, look at Checkpoint. I love stocks like this that just drift lower. So from 120 down to about 100 on Christmas Eve, 20% drop. And then miraculously, I said, remember, watch in January. Mid to late January, that's when Checkpoint starts to go. It starts rallying a little bit. But what we're going to watch for is this one simple thing. The 50-day moving average in orange. Pop, there it goes, and look, magically the volume returns. Now I use Thinkorswim profit charts, and this is a daily chart. You can use whoever you want. I don't care what broker you're using, but you might have green volume for up days. I have black and then red for down days. So the black bars are taller than the red bars. Pop, there goes the stock. 2 days before earnings. Even if I waited to after earnings, because Checkpoint does have a seasonal bias to its January earnings report. It does historically. 70–80% of the time it goes higher. But it could still be a crapshoot. You just never know, right? So even if we waited and we missed the first 2 days, look at this. On the close of January 30th, if I go back to Analyze tab, on January 30th, going out just 78 days, nothing extreme. And at the money call, or just out of the money call if you want to even pay less, strike 115 was 285. So if I were to buy 3 long calls, that's less than $1,000, right? Of course, in paper trading account, not real money. So it's about $900 in total. If I go fast forward to today, which is the 21st, that same option is worth $770. That's about 170% ballpark return. Not even getting fancy with bid-ask spreads. I'm not accounting for commissions, which should be frankly negligible, if anything. But think about it. A $285 call contract ends up turning into $770. But here's what I love to teach. If I zoom in a little closer, here's the earnings report. Even if I get in at the end of the day there, 20% could be had in a couple days, right? A couple days later. Then 100% not too long later. And the third long call, I can now be greedy. And this is what I love to teach. Because if you have 3 long calls, all paid 285, what was it, 285 I said? Yeah, 285. About $900. So the first long calls off at 20%, and make like $50–60. Second long calls off at 100%. Well, that's about $285. If you combine those two, even if the third long call loses all of its value, in total, not accounting for commissions, it's a risk-free trade in that sense. So in terms of, what do I do if I was trading Checkpoint bullish here? Sit back and enjoy the ride. Maybe this thing wants to keep going higher and higher and higher. I mean, it's only had 3 down days and they've been pretty pathetic when the stock has moved down. What I like to do though, where the line in the sand is I like to switch to a 20-day EMA as a trailing stop. So once I'm in, 20-day EMA in red's a trailing stop. So I could hold this, again, paper trading, until the stock gets below the red line and at that point close it. Or if we get to expiration day and it's still going, try to close it maybe the day before expiration day. Really simple system to follow. I hope you guys enjoy it. Give it a shot in paper account. I think you'll find it very helpful. Here is GoDaddy, something we don't talk about very much. 4+% move, nice little spike in nice little spike in volume. Target back up there around $84–85. There's this little swing high here around 79, but that was just basically a 2-day event. Big targets up here, so 10% or so higher yet on GoDaddy. Just trying to bring something different in. Now Copart is interesting. Earnings move, big pop today above the 200-day moving average. Normally, this type of reversal here, because you had a big volume gap down, based on earnings. You tried to rally lots of selling. There was big volume. This could provide overhead supply. But given where we finished today, I'll tell you what, from my point of view, the next technical target is the gap fill. That's right around 64 bucks. That's $8. You could argue that's 15% higher. I would consider the 20-day EMA here as an end of day trailing stop. And last but not least, we'll keep this video short. It is SAM, Boston Beer Company. Watch what happens if I go to all data. I remember looking at this stock way back when it was in the 20s or something, and I don't think I've ever traded it. And then it's gotten all the way up to 3.25. And then in 2015, it came down to almost 1.25. Now these are monthly candles. Now we're right back up. This type of move today in Boston Beer and so far this month is huge because we've had a bunch of chances to try to crack that 3.25. We break 3.25, those are new all-time highs. That is blue sky territory. So if I come back in here and look at a 1 year, now it's a daily, you can see it. There's these other highs. I want to put alerts at 3.25 because that's a breakout. And then you have arguably a multi-month consolidation at these highs. When that finally pops, it can often add some extra momentum to the upside, if you will. So that is it, folks. Another stock to watch in SAM, CPRT, and GoDaddy. Have a great day. I'll see you in Sunday's video. Take care.